to Michael Campbell's point here, it says Ohio State has not put up the numbers on a defense ranked as high as Notre Dame. So, that's a reasonable comment to make. Ohio State, it's not like they put up 50 points against everybody last year. They certainly had, I wouldn't call them struggles, but yeah, they popped off for 59 against Purdue and 52 against, or 56 against Michigan State. Two teams that were really good, top 10 to 15 teams in the country. But still, other than that, 26 points against Nebraska, 33 against Penn State, and that was a defensive touchdown thrown in. 27 against Michigan, 28 against Oregon, a lot of yardage. So it's not automatic. People are looking at this game. I don't know what kind of feedback you're getting. It's obviously mostly from Notre Dame people, but it seems like the Notre Dame people on this channel just say, hey, we got a good shot. If we walk out with a 3-point loss, I'm not going to be crushed, but I'm kind of expecting to lose, but I'm not giving up on the game. We could win this game. The Ohio State fans seem to be a little ridiculous in their score predictions, like these 4 and 5 touchdown wins. And everybody in between that's got no dog in the fight seems to think Ohio State's 2 touchdowns better. And that's where Vegas has the game. So, yeah, it's not this Ohio State offense, for as insanely talented as it is, was not automatic last year. And if you got to go back to an elite defense post Justin Fields, they put up 49 when he was the quarterback in the playoff against Clemson. But this past season, not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I think teams go through their ebbs and flows to an extent too. So I hate box score watching. And I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, or I'm not even saying that's what other people are doing. But I think sometimes simply looking at what they put up, I think CJ Stroud obviously was in his first year as a starter as well, and it got much better as the season went on for them. I think there is something to be said that they lose 2 really talented wide receivers and a solid tight end. So you have guys that, even though they're talented wide receivers, and I mentioned obviously Jackson Smith and Jigba and Marvin Harrison Jr. And I know they have plenty of other guys, Julian Fleming's there, a bunch of 5-star pedigree players. Outside of Smith and Jigma, you don't have a lot of production there. So maybe, you have these kids that need to build chemistry with CJ Stroud, or, maybe they're not as good as their rankings were. You don't know how that's going to work out. But I tend to agree with a lot of the Notre Dame fans that think that there's a chance they can win, but most likely is a loss. I think it would be kind of naive to assume that Notre Dame is going to win that game, specifically because it's on the road against a really talented football program, and probably against the best quarterback in the country. So, if Notre Dame were to win, would I be 100% surprised? No. But I'm not going to come on here and predict them to win, because I don't see that happening.